We're just under 1 week away from the launch of the new Switch OLED system, the latest installment in the Nintendo Switch family of systems and one that caught most by surprise. This system was thought to be the heavily rumored Switch Pro, and even though it's something entirely different, what if there's still a Switch Pro or 4K Switch still in development? Today we'll be tackling all these rumors, so make sure you let us know your thoughts as always in the comments below. We're also doing a $50 eshop gift card giveaway to help celebrate the 1-year anniversary of our channel. To enter that giveaway, make sure you're subscribed and go comment what your favorite part about Hyrule News is on the post we put up on Thursday in the community tab. Thank you again guys for helping us grow so much over the past year. We blew our expectations out of the water and we're very excited to continue this journey with you all. With all of that out of the way, let's jump into today's video. For months and months, the Switch Pro was an all but confirmed project Nintendo was sure to be working on. It was speculated heavily by all the major gaming outlets and even more general tech media outlets like Bloomberg and The Verge. With rumors gaining traction at an all-time high, the Nintendo community was sure that the Switch Pro would be announced and releasing this year, possibly alongside Breath of the Wild 2. However, both of those didn't turn out to be the case. As we know now, we did in fact get a new Switch model announcement, however it came in the form of the Switch OLED model, rather than that of a Switch Pro. And we did receive news in a release timeframe for Breath of the Wild 2, but it's 2022 and not later this year. So technically, the rumors were sorta accurate. This immediately brought criticism on Nintendo, and though some of the fan base was hyped for the Switch OLED model, others were very upset with its announcement, saying it's a lazy upgrade and money grab since you'd be paying $350 US for hardware that's over 5 years old. But what if this isn't the only new model that Nintendo is working on? It seems unlikely, of course, that another Switch model will be announced for this year or early next year, but that doesn't mean that there's still no such thing as the Switch Pro. Of course, we would have all rather had that version of the console released this year rather than the Switch OLED, since it makes more sense for those with just a base model launch Switch to upgrade to a Switch Pro or a 4K Switch rather than one that just has a better screen with a kickstand. Even though this is true for many, there is some logic behind Nintendo releasing the OLED now and possibly saving a Switch Pro for later. There's definitely a lot of people that still have their base model Switch from its release in early 2017, but there's also a lot of people that would play mainly in handheld mode and would want to have that experience upgraded, which the Switch OLED is perfect for. With that in mind, let's look at why the Switch needs a Pro or 4K upgrade, and how it's still entirely possible that this model is currently being worked on. With the Switch OLED release less than a week away, all was seemingly quiet for once about Switch Pro rumors until just a few days ago, when news broke that Nintendo was having development studios work on 4K titles using 4K dev kits for the Switch. This report was streamlined by many of the heavy gaming outlets and quickly caught the attention of Nintendo, so much so that they had to outright deny the existence of those 4K dev kits and say that all those reports are false. It takes a lot for Nintendo to actually make a statement that quickly about a rumor or leak, so it's safe to say that they really didn't want anyone to think or believe that those rumors are real. Although it's hard to not believe the company that makes the Switch, it's also hard not to believe all the reports in Nintendo denying it and trying to change the narrative or cover it up that fast. Seems like there may be some validity behind those reports. It was stated that originally the new Switch dock would be capable of outputting 4K resolution to the TV when your Switch is docked, and that the design plans had to change because of COVID-19 and the shortage it created with virtually everything. This means that the Switch OLED model was originally planned to be a full Switch Pro, but because of the ongoing pandemic, plans had to change. This isn't the first time, second time, or even 100th time we've heard of plans having to be changed because of the pandemic, so it's entirely possible and seemingly likely that Nintendo was planning on the OLED model being more of a 4K Switch Pro. considering that 11 different gaming development studios stated that they have been working with 4K Switch dev kits, it's unlikely but not impossible that they were all lying. But does the Switch really need a Pro version or 4K upgrade? We honestly think so, mainly because Nintendo's hardware is slightly outdated for the type of console hardware we're currently seeing from other companies. It's also important to note that the Switch OLED is again pretty much upgrading most aspects of the regular Switch for handheld mode. If the Switch OLED dock was capable of outputting 4K, would you consider it to be a Switch Pro? That's seemingly all it's missing, since it's improved on virtually everything else. Let's stay close to this and keep our eyes on future reports regarding a potential 4K Switch, since it seems like Nintendo was absolutely working on this before, and we could likely see a Switch Pro or 4K version launch in 2023 since they've been releasing new models every 2 years. Thanks guys for joining us for today's video. We can't thank you enough again for all the support we've received over the last year. It's truly a special feeling. Make sure you guys let us know your thoughts on what we covered today below. Don't forget to enter that giveaway and follow us on Twitter and join our Discord if you haven't already. Links in the description. Thanks again guys, and we'll see you all in the next one.